Hello people. Today's video is a little bit different. It's just a little bit different from what I usually do. So, as most of you may know, I am primarily a playing crazy YouTuber. Specifically, mostly Starship in playing crazy. In fact, I've been doing it for over the past 2 years now. And since then, a lot of people have asked, how the hell do I set up the freaking tower and rocket and whatnot? So today's video is to answer that question. You can see I'm in the middle of that right now. So the core idea is very simple. Since everything is way too large to fit into one plot, we build it across 3 accounts. The tower is split across 2 accounts alongside the OLM. Basically, one account holds the base segment, second segment, which is the one with the cladding, and the segment with the SQD on it, which is this thing. And then another account has the segment in between, the second to last segment, and the top segment, alongside the OLM, which, do not be mistaken, is far more complex than I'd like to admit. Oh, okay. Really, bro? So I say that the core idea is simple. However, the execution might as well just go for an actual execution with how complex it is. Simple at first glance. As I said, the tower is split across multiple accounts. So every single time we want to set up the stuff, we have to join with all the accounts, load everything in, and then stack the tower. The third account, which technically is the first account, the main account. This account holds the actual rocket alongside the chopsticks. The reason we put the chopsticks here is because A, there's no room, and B, because the more experienced players will know, builds from multiple accounts don't behave very well when you try to make them interact with each other. Basically, you'd have a magnet on either the ship or booster set to weld and super strength, with the distance turned down to not very far so you don't accidentally weld the wrong thing. But basically what weld does is take 2 separate parts of a build on the same account, by the way, and makes it behave like one. Even from other players' perspective, it still looks like one unified build. Essentially, you'd have the chopsticks wherever you want them to be. I have them here because it makes transporting the vehicles easier. You basically float each tower segment into position. Simple enough. If one thing goes wrong, it's game over. Yo, what is happening, dude? And actually, I've had even more questions asked about how I made the chopsticks work than how I actually set up everything, so I'm gonna answer that too. The idea is the tower and its segments all have this rod aligned in one of the corners, or the middle if you're weird like that. And what I do with the chopsticks, or what most normal people do with the chopsticks, is you have basically a frame inside connected by whatever the hell you want, as long as it doesn't clip with the tower. It has wheels on it. So the wheels would ride along the stick and move the chopsticks along with it. However, for the past, I don't even want to say anymore that I've been doing this, it's been really quite finicky. At times, these wheels would just rub along the struts of the tower and cause everything to jam. Other times, it wouldn't even grip to the beam at all. And pretty sure every single version so far, except for version 10, had a weird issue where if the wheels bugged or clipped into the stick ever so slightly, The chopsticks are just dead. They clip into the tower, teleport inside the tower or whatever. The wheels get flung and fling the chopsticks with it. Anyways, now we have the booster almost in position. It will lift just enough till these pins make contact. Then I said just enough. Okay, there. For the pins to make contact. And at which point I enable use the use the stabilizers to latch onto the side of the booster. Anyways, ship on the chopsticks. Now we lift. Align it. I said carefully. Align it with the, oh my gosh, the hot stage ring. There you have it. Starship. Or at least how at Felza I set it up. Actually, before this, I did not do this alone. Now I can set it up alone because I have a powerful enough device. Before this, we had an even more ridiculous setup for how we do this. Basically, I had 1 or 2 friends control 1 or 2 accounts depending on how many there are. And I would only control the rocket and the chopsticks, and everything else would be my friends. I went ahead and separated the SQD and the OLM onto their own accounts, which I now realize may not have been the greatest idea, because that means I have to control 3 accounts at once, which I obviously cannot do. Very little bit big. I can't even fit this on screen. But it's a little bit big. That will be all. 47-minute video now. Thank you for watching. Sike and Lubscribe. Goodbye.